The following footage is recorded by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Two Russian soldiers, identifiable by dark cavalry-style gear, are seen taking cover behind a large tree in an exposed clearing. Their position is confirmed, and coordinates are relayed to a nearby support drone. As the aircraft approaches, the limited cover forces both soldiers to circle the trunk, attempting to keep it between themselves and the drone. The effort proves ineffective, and the engagement is carried out. Afterward, one soldier suddenly gets up and runs from the position, leaving the other behind in visible distress. The remaining soldier appears injured, with a bandage wrapped around his waist. He gestures upward toward the drone overhead, seemingly trying to draw attention, but receives no response. Moments later, another drone approaches. He circles the tree again, picking up stones and throwing them toward the aircraft in an attempt to drive it away. The effort is unsuccessful. The drone proceeds with the operation under sustained aerial control, illustrating how minimal cover and delayed coordination can quickly turn static positions into vulnerabilities under layered overhead surveillance. A Russian soldier climbing down a communication tower is approached by an FPV drone. The soldier is descending quickly, but a Ukrainian drone accurately identifies his position and engages near his location. In a damaged sector, a Russian soldier briefly raises his head from a concealed dugout, unintentionally revealing the position. The movement is immediately observed by a Ukrainian drone overhead. Coordinates are relayed to a nearby support team. Within moments, a Ukrainian drone is redirected to the site, approaches under controlled guidance, and completes the operation before those inside the shelter can move or adjust. Near a damaged village close to the front line, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects 3 Russian soldiers moving toward a ruined house for cover. After confirming the coordinates, a separate drone is redirected and engages the structure. Afterward, one soldier moves from the position and heads toward a small dugout beside the house, attempting to take cover. The movement is detected, and another Ukrainian drone is guided to the entrance, affecting the shelter. At a nearby building, the remaining soldier briefly leans out from a doorway, visible for only a short moment. During this time, a third drone moves in, confirms the position, and completes the operation. The following footage unfolds near a trench line. A Ukrainian FPV drone detects 2 Russian soldiers moving along the trench, each carrying a fuel container. Their movement is steady but visible from above. Coordinates are relayed, and a second FPV unit is directed toward the position. As the aircraft approaches, one soldier reacts abruptly, turning and raising his weapon in an attempt to interrupt the observation. The effort is unsuccessful. The drone maintains its course, confirms alignment, and continues forward under controlled aerial guidance. Russian infantry positions were engaged by the Ukrainian 110th Mechanized Brigade's UAV battalion during an intense frontline operation. 2 Russian soldiers were seen running toward a damaged building after noticing a Ukrainian drone overhead, hoping the structure would provide cover from aerial surveillance. Believing it to be a safe hiding spot, they rushed inside, but the building soon became a hazardous location. Ukrainian drones then focused on the structure in a series of coordinated engagements. With each impact, flames and thick smoke were visible from the damaged walls as the repeated activity further weakened the structure. The operation continued in quick succession, limiting options for movement. Eventually, the building collapsed under the sustained pressure. The entire sequence was recorded from above by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone monitoring the battlefield. The following situation unfolds near a heavily contested zone. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a group of Russian soldiers moving cautiously through damaged buildings, several carrying important equipment. The group advances carefully and enters an abandoned warehouse, using it as temporary cover. Their movement is continuously monitored from above. Within moments, an FPV drone is redirected to the coordinates. Inside the structure, the soldiers reposition in pairs, keeping close spacing as they adjust their stance. The FPV drone moves through the entrance and into the warehouse, focusing on one soldier carrying key equipment nearby. The approach remains controlled and deliberate, illustrating how confined spaces and predictable movement patterns limit options once aerial tracking is established. The footage shows two Russian soldiers moving along a dirt road toward a ruined house. As they approach the structure, both quickly enter to seek cover. Across the road, another Russian soldier notices their movement and runs into a separate damaged building nearby, also attempting to hide inside. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone descends toward the structure where the lone soldier is sheltering and maintains close aerial observation over the area. The following footage unfolds near a dirt road in the chassis yard direction. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone observes two Russian soldiers resting along a shallow roadside embankment near thick brush. Their posture suggests fatigue after recent movement or activity. One soldier takes out a cigarette and lights it, the brief glow standing out against the muted terrain, drawing attention. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone is redirected to the coordinates and narrows its search pattern. From above, the exact position is confirmed. Realizing they have been observed, both soldiers press themselves flat against the ground. The drone maintains steady aerial monitoring of the area. A Russian soldier is seen lying beside a fallen utility pole, appearing to rest in the open. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone is redirected toward his position. On the ground, the soldier shows no visible reaction, seemingly unaware that the aircraft is approaching. His stillness suggests fatigue after a previous movement or engagement. As the drone closes to short range, he remains motionless, possibly attempting to appear inactive despite the growing engine noise overhead. The drone maintains steady aerial monitoring of the area. The following footage unfolds inside a cemetery in the Zaporizhzhia region direction. After receiving coordinates indicating a Russian soldier within the grounds, a Ukrainian drone is redirected to conduct a careful sweep of the area. The operator scans between headstones and along the perimeter fence. After several moments of observation, the drone locates a soldier concealed beneath a tree near the boundary. The position is confirmed, and the drone continues steady aerial monitoring of the area. The following footage is recorded by a Ukrainian drone over a cluster of ruined buildings. A group of Russian soldiers moves through the damaged structures, looking for shelter among collapsed walls and broken concrete. After settling into what appears to be a temporary position, one soldier is seen seated against a shattered wall. From above, the operator observes the exposed posture and directs the drone toward the location. After the engagement, the soldier appears hurt and remains on the ground. Unable to relocate quickly, the surrounding soldiers immediately leave their original cover and spread out in different directions through the rubble, urgently searching for new shelter among collapsed walls and debris. Three Ukrainian soldiers approach an underground Russian bunker. During the first attempt, they encounter unexpected activity from inside. As one soldier is about to enter, shots are fired, prompting an immediate retreat. The soldier escapes unharmed. An FPV drone is then deployed inside, after which the Russian military shelter is rendered completely inoperable. Russian soldiers returning to their positions in an ATV vehicle were observed and engaged by a drone. A Ukrainian soldier is shown engaging drones using an older machine gun, demonstrating that many weapons are being reused on this front. The firearm appears to be a vintage model, possibly dating back to the 1940s. If you recognize the weapon model, feel free to share it in the comments. Russian soldiers came under observation by an FPV drone. The Ukrainian Singum battalion engaged many Russian soldiers with drones in the Lyman and Pokrovsk regions. Russian soldiers encountered drone activity while attempting to take up positions in forested areas, in a situation where even hiding in the forest has become difficult. What could now serve as the infantry's strongest defensive measure? This unit, which has conducted thousands of operations, is forcing Russian soldiers to stay underground. Footage from the Zaporizhia direction shows a Ukrainian drone monitoring a Russian soldier beneath a sparse tree line. The soldier pauses, turning slowly to scan the area. The drone descends in measured steps, adjusting height and angle. Realizing the threat, the soldier breaks into a run and stumbles to the ground. As he rises and attempts to move again, the drone accelerates, closes the distance, and engages, maintaining steady overhead observation afterward. The next encounter shows a Ukrainian drone spotting a Russian soldier resting in a trench, descending steadily, closing the distance, and initiating an engagement while maintaining observation over the position thereafter. In this footage, a Russian soldier attempts to take cover among bushes but is quickly detected by a drone. With limited cover and no clear route to move away, he comes under a precision engagement. The next engagement focuses on two Russian soldiers. Unaware that a drone was observing them, the two soldiers were moving through an abandoned area, likely searching for cover. After tracking them for some time, an FPV drone was directed toward their position. One of the Russian soldiers eventually noticed the drone approaching, but options to move away were extremely limited. The FPV drone reached the position and carried out its operation.